Hello, Beetle people. Craig here. Wanted to do an update and a Grail update at the end, which is really cool. You probably saw the little thumbnail, so we'll get that to the end. Um, but I kind of just wanted to do this quick vinyl update just to let you know I might be taking a little bit of a break of posting videos, but not collecting, of course, because in the past couple of months, some of these people on YouTube, I don't know who it is, but they have been stealing my videos and posting them as their own. So I might just take a break. I mean, if I find a Grail or anything like that, I will definitely post a video, but I'm not gonna leave I'll still comment on videos and stuff like that, but anyway, know that I probably won't post as much, but I'll still have a video if I find a Grail, of course. So, all right, on to the video. The first thing I found just recently is the Amazing Beatles on Clariton Records. This is the stereo version. This isn't necessarily the rare version. This is like the second version because it has the text here, and then right here in this album, the first pressings have the Union Jack. So that's how you can tell the first pressing from the second kind of thing. So here is the actual the record. Kind of get the label and what it looks like. And this is actually a redone Ain't She Sweet LP that came out. So there's that. Next is one I got a little while ago, and I was kind of debating whether to show it or not. It is the Beatles songs. If you can see that, maybe I put it a little bit. You got it reflecting. This LP is basically a compilation of a lot of other people putting their songs like "We Love You, Beatles" and so forth. But they tried to, on Rhino Records, they tried to do the same thing as the Butcher cover because they put Mark David Chapman on the record. So they tried to do like a recall and then put a sticker, like a slick, over it, kind of mock Butcher cover kind of stuff. Kind of interesting, but it's kind of in poor taste kind of thing. So here's the back. You can kind of see. Gotta tilt it a little bit. Sorry, it's in. There we go. All right, next is some of the finds I found. Well, first of all, let's do the record store day releases. I got the Sgt. Pepper big box set right here. A lot of you seen this on YouTube. Like there's thousands of videos with this on where you can see this unboxed. I actually kept mine sealed, and the reason why is the original copy I got in the mail. I opened it up, I took it out, I tried to play, but one of the CDs was really warped, so it wouldn't work in my CD player. So I decided to burn it to my computer, and then I burned all the CDs so I wouldn't have to listen to the actual CDs. But then the company that I got it from said, hey, we'll just send you out a brand new one and you just send that one back. So I was like, okay, well, there we go. So I have the music and I have this sealed, which is really cool. So, and I was like, I'm just going to keep it sealed because if I want to look at it, I mean, there's, like I said, there's thousands of people online that show this one. So in case you haven't seen it, it's a huge, huge box. Here's the back. It's in shrink, so that's why you're seeing reflecting. So sorry about that, but if you want to read some of that, you can pause the video. And then the second thing for a record store, well, this is actually the record store day release. I got this like everybody else has been getting, and I put it in this frame because I don't know if anybody else. I kept this sealed as well, but these tabbies up here for because it mocks the UK version, they actually, because the shrink was so tight on it, they started bending over. So they started like coming this way, like coming out for us. And I was like, okay, well, I want to try to flatten it because I don't want it to get ruined, but I don't want, it's kind of a double negative. I don't want it to get ruined, but I don't want it to open it. You know, I want to keep it sealed. So I decided just to put it in here. So let me know if anybody else has had the same problem with these. So, all right, so getting into the big finds here. First, this is all about She Loves You. So here is the British version of She Loves You in the actual timepiece sleeve. You can tell by the different, if you get the Bruce Spizers book, The Beatles for Sale, or The Beatles on Parlophone Records, he actually goes into, see these little tabbies, they're specific for the time period. So, and what the actual sleeve looks like. So this is actually the correct sleeve to this record I'm pressing. And then it just says She Loves You. So pretty cool. And then here is the back sleeve, what the back sleeve looks like. And then get closer up on the I'll Get You. So kind of cool there. And now the huge find. First, well, we know about She Loves You in the United States. It came out on September 16th, 1963. Didn't do very well. And then they reissued it, and it got popular just because I Want to Hold Your Hand was out. We all know that story. So this is the 1964 sleeve of She Loves You, of the reissue. And then, let me show you the second side. This is the second side. Somebody has like a little price sticker on here as well. And it's really beat to hell, but, you know, I only found it for like $0.25, I think it was. So, and then here I have 2 copies of She Loves You. Let me do this. Let me show you this one. Go She Loves You. This one is the January 64 version, when it came out in January. And you can tell that because there's no George Martin credit on here. So, and this is the one with the quotations, She Loves You, which is kind of spread out a little bit. And here's I'll Get You. Someone drilled holes into it, as you can see, for some reason. And then here is the second version. I don't have to show the back, but this is what I mean. See the revised version, it comes with produced by George Martin. So that came out in 64, later 64. Okay, so, and then the Holy Grail I found in this was right here, is She Loves You. Now this is the 63 version, so this came out in September 16th, 1963. So, you know, obviously this didn't do very well. They didn't make too many, and it's very, very rare, but it's also very, very counterfeited. So I kind of wanted to go over some of the ways you can tell if you have an authentic She Loves You first pressing white label or not. So there's only three label variations of She Loves You on the white label variation. So you have this one, which is the only one that has quotes, but then you have the thin label. Let me show you this. Hold on. We'll show you the kind of hear from Perry Cox. So right there, right here, is the She Loves You that is thin printed. So it's like really thin lines. So that's the second label variation. And then you have the third one, which is basically like this, but it's spread out and without quotations. So if you have one that has quotations on like the thin print, it's going to be a fake. The only ones that have quotations that are the white variation is this kind of variation on the label. So, and here is I'll Get You. Let's take it out. So here's I'll Get You. And it's on kind of like a semi-glossy, not really flat paper. It's really weird. But another good way to tell also is if you see that right there. You focus on it. Maybe pull it away a little bit. It's in my window. Maybe. Yeah. Oh, there it is. There we go. So it says master recording Phila. Reco Phila. So that will be stamped on the rim print, and it's stamped on all three versions of it. So this is the East Coast version, and then the thin print is the West Coast version. And then so that's what if you have this kind of copy, yeah, definitely take, because this one was like heavily counterfeited as well. So it's kind of just like introducing the Beatles. It's very, very rare. People are starting to see that it's very rare just because it flopped when it came out, of course. And when I was doing a little bit of research, it said that the contract was because the two singles that came out on VJ didn't do anything. So they tried with Swan, and they had if you can sell 50,000 copies, then you will have the first rights or the first on the next kind of thing, or we'll do the contract. I have to do a little bit more, but that's kind of what I was getting the gist of. And of course, it didn't sell hardly at all. it just tanked. But then once, of course, I Want to Hold Your Hand Out, Swan issued the black label version. So let's do a comparison right now. So let's try to hold this for you guys. So they did the black version, and it came out, and it just sold like hotcakes. So the rarity is the white label variant. Now the blue, there's a blue version, but people are speculating that, well, I mean, it was said that came out in 1965. So when they tried to get more money off of that single, so they made the blue. It's the same. It's the white label, but it has blue writing instead of the red. So that's actually a later copy. So, but it's very rare as well. So a lot of people do want that as well. So, but just kind of going over, it's definitely a Grail. It's definitely up there. Try to find it. Try to look at your copy, see if it's fake or not. The biggest thing is to look at that retro art Phila on there, or the mastering, that stamper, because that will let you know exactly if it's a fake or not, because the fakes do not have that on there. So, and then look at the label, because a lot of the fakes will have that thin print that She Loves You, and it'll have the quotations, which only this one had the quotations, this label variant. So, all right, that wraps it up. Yeah, give me a comment. We'll see if I do make a video here soon. I might not. Again, we'll see what happens if people keep stealing and putting up my videos as their own. So we'll see what happens. But leave me a comment if you have a question. Take care. Peace.